Attention and focus on something rarely discussed: racism in real estate. The fight for economic inclusion by Black Americans has long been a grueling one. And in the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement, inequities in housing have once again come to the forefront of that fight, even affecting prominent Black celebrities like comedian and radio show host and author D.L. Hughley.
She asked me to take my pictures down. And I was insulted by that, and I'm like, why? Why would I take my pictures down?
DL is talking about how the real estate broker helping him sell his West Hills, California home wanted him to remove any signs that this house belonged to a Black person, because appraisers often devalue their properties. DL kept those photos up, and sure enough,
when the appraisal came in, it was about $130,000 to $150,000 that he'd taken off the price just because he could.
That happened back in 2000. Now, fast forward to this past June, and Abena and Alex Horton are telling the very same story. She's Black and he's white, and when their Jacksonville, Florida home appraised for $120,000 less than expected, Abena immediately suspected discrimination and recently shared her feelings on Good Morning America.
Why did I let myself forget that I live in America as a Black person and that I need to take some extra steps to get a fair result?
The bank agreed to another appraisal, so the Hortons removed all the signs of their mixed-race family. Alex met the second appraiser alone, and the new assessment, it came in $135,000 above the original. The Hughleys were also able to get a second appraisal and sell their home at a fair price. Andre Perry of the Brookings Institute says systemic racism in real estate, both then and now, trumps class and status.
This goes beyond whether or not you're famous or not. When you are part of a community that's deemed too risky, the structural racism starts to kick in, and you see how permanent and endurable these infections to democracy actually are.
Racism to me isn't just about somebody saying or doing saying things, the N-word. The most, I think, racist word Black people tend to hear is no. No, you can't have that loan. No, you can't have that job.
According to Perry, homes in Black majority neighborhoods are underpriced by some 23%, which adds up to about $156 billion in cumulative losses.
They could have started a business with that money. They could have made repairs based on that money. We need to restore that value because that's the money people use to climb social, economic, and political ladders.
Restoring that value starts with fair home appraisals, but also
giving people low-interest loans. We need to get direct capital to people. We need to figure out ways to cut a check, give a loan, give tax credit to people living in devalued areas.
While those are tangible solutions and a good start, getting rid of systemic racism is much harder. DL's latest book is satire that tackles race and takes on white privilege.
I always hear people talking about in America how we need to heal, but I never hear them talk about what the sickness is. It's like trying to start a course of treatment without diagnosing where the source of the problem is, and I don't think that served us very well.
D.L. Hughley's book, Surrender White People, is available now where books are sold, and you can follow both D.L. and Andre Perry on their social media platforms.